surface here. Meanwhile, here's the Waldhof Mannheim side. 3 changes made by Bernard Traores for his second game in charge of the visitors here tonight, with Tim Sachelman coming in for Sascha Volker at left back, Max Thalhammer coming into defensive midfield in place of Rico Benatelli, and Terence Boyd leading the line after scoring the winner at the weekend for their first win of the season against Osnabrück. Kennedy Okpala drops to the bench, as does Volker and Benatelli. Well, a great atmosphere being affected by the home fans, the Potato Beetles as they're known. Or the Kartoffelkäfer, if you want to know what potato beetle is in German. That's of course because of the, shall we say, the resemblance between the potato beetle and the strip that the players wear. Waldhof Mannheim in their chain strip tonight, normally in a dark blue and black, but in their away strip of predominantly white this evening. So a referee tonight, Konrad Oldhafer from Poppenbürtel, with Alexander Roppelt and Maximilian Niehergen running the lines this evening. Quick hug there between Mika Hanraths and Marcel Siegert, the 2 captains. There's Siegert there. Takes the players there just to applaud the knot of away fans in that corner. Home side still in their pre-match huddle there. Well, lots of love for the fans braving the weather this evening. Lots of rain all over Europe at the moment. It looks like Martin Kobylanski is going to be the man to get us underway for Waldhof Mannheim. Interesting, they've got the stripes going across the pitch there. That'll make things easier for the linesman trying to judge offside or not. There still seems to be a bit of a circular thing going on there as well, almost like a crop circle when looked at from above. Anyway, underway then here at the new Tivoli. Home side, Alemannia Aachen, all in yellow, kicking from right to left in this first half. Looking for a 3rd league win of the season on their return to the 3rd tier of German football. Barn with the speculative ball forwards now. Whipped into the area and the flicked header, well, on target, not much power on it though, from Anton Heinz. But a positive start there for the hosts. And that's a good defensive header from Lamar Yarbrough, the summer signing from Ulm, who of course went up to Bundesliga 2 after finishing top of the table in the Dritte Liga last season. Well, one of the Aachen players staying down there, ignored by the referee. Didn't seem to be much to that one. I think the referee getting that call right, and lo and behold, the player involved now up and running. A bit of snap in midfield, but the ball now with Boyd over on that left-hand side. Cuts in, sees the run on the right, but couldn't pick out the run of Lucas Klunter. And all of a sudden, things opening up on the right-hand side for Aachen, but a poor pass Now then, Shipnowski coming forwards, but eventually running into a dead end. Now coming forwards again on this left-hand side. The ball lofted in, 3 men to aim at, but straight into the hands of Jan Christoph Bartels. Been at Mannheim for 4 years now as Bartels. Very much made the #1 spot his own. He was certainly working for it last season and so far this term as well. They will have had, though, a big confidence boost from that win at the weekend. Their first of the season, of course. New manager bounce of Bernard Traorés taking his first game in charge. Oh, that's a late chop coming in from Baxter Barn. Immediately shaking his hand, but that was very lucky not to be a booking, actually. It was that late. You might turn up tomorrow. Well, 6 players in white lined up on the edge of the area. Needs a good ball in, a little bit close to the keeper, flying punch. And there's an Aachen player down. It's the captain, actually. Beg your pardon, not the captain, Sasa Strijic. Looked like he got clattered here. Let's have a closer look. Well, a bit of a collision with the goalkeeper, but I say that was brave stuff from Elias Berdner. As Mannheim come forwards again, try to get the cross in. Deflects, hacked clear. Straight to Siegert. Well, the press coming high from Aachen. The experience of Charleston Benschop leading the line today. Just come back from a 3-game ban picked up for a sending off. Back on match day 2. Returned to the lineup last week, starting again this week. But Aachen on the back foot at the moment. Ball swept in and a good positive header, and that's a very good save from Berdner. Classic striker's header that, down into the ground. Berdner at full stretch. Siegert with a agricultural clearance there. Ball now under control, a little clip on the heels maybe, no, says the referee, and now in behind, and that's, oh, no foul given for what looked like an obvious shirt tug, but there is a foul there about 30 yards out, dead centre as well. Mika Hanrath says the captain goes to have a word with the referee. Well, if he has caught the ball, he's gone in from behind. Here's the chance earlier. Great downward header. That was Nicholas Shipnowski. No marking at all. Now then. Well, if they've got someone with a thunderbolt in their foot, this is the place to use it. Dead centre, I mean, not going to get any cross coming from here, or any ball into the air is going to be fairly easy to defend. Now, what have they got here? Seckelman looks like he fancies it. But it's not Seckelman. The shot comes in. That's only just wide. Oh, good strike. Better idea. That certainly had the keeper worried. It was only just wide of the upright. The opening 6-7 minutes here at the new Tivoli. It's all Mannheim at the moment. Certainly it's been a open start to the game so far. Plenty to be worried about in the Werner Fuchs tribune there behind the goal to our right, with the massed ranks of fans in yellow. Now things could open up a little bit, but a good toe in there. Still no foul, says the referee, until that final challenge came in. Julian Reichmann not happy. Thalhammer maybe not allowed to hold the ball between his feet like that while he's on the ground. You can jump, have the ball between fixed between your feet if you're up in the air. On the ground, slightly naughty now. Well, this is nearly as far out as the free kick we just saw at the opposite end, but a little bit off to one side instead. It's in range though, and someone looks like he fancies it. Keeper on his toes. Lots of yellow shirts on the edge of the area. The shot comes in straight into the wall though. From Anton Heinz. Now looking to make a run down the right-hand side. Intercepted, and now an opportunity to come forwards. Shipnowski whips the ball in, headed away by Yarborough. Floated down the right. Well, the Aachen player was never getting anywhere near that ball in the air. And again, the press certainly hurrying Mannheim up at the back. First time swipe from Kubilanski, just trying to open things up on that left-hand side. Another sloppy pass in midfield from Aachen. Oh, a choice of two fouls there. Sachelman. Oh, it looks quite a soft yellow card, actually. Have to say. Certainly the referee, if he's going to be consistent for the rest of the match now, basically any contact is a yellow card, judging from that. Now then, free kick to be whipped in. The players lined up on the edge of the area. That though floats long and harmlessly out for a goal kick. Throw aiming for Ben shot, but just missing his the top of his head. All a bit frantic at the back at the moment for Mannheim. So the press working quite well from Aachen. There are, I think it's 400 officially, tickets there for the Mannheim Ultras. They will be making more than their fair share of noise, I can assure you. Flicked on by Boyd. A little bit of head tennis there in midfield. And the ball spread diagonally over to this side. Berdner taking his time. Ball headed over the top, looking for Ben Shot, putting pressure on the back line. That's certainly a better looking call for a handball. Not given, but the free kick eventually going against Marcel Siegert. Well, delivery from free kicks not been all that good from Aachen so far. One free kick blasted into the wall from a similar position to this, slightly more central. Another couple of free kicks just floating aimlessly into the hands of the keeper or out of play. Now then, 5 yellow shirts lined up along the edge of the area. Is this going to be another pop at goal from Anton Heinz? Looks like it, again off the wall, deflected, the keeper nowhere and only just over the crossbar. Oof. Keeper would have been stranded on that one. Nasty deflection as Heinz comes over to participate in the corner. Looks like Skepanik is going to take it, goes for the back post, too much on it, goes straight out for a goal kick. Another set piece is wasted. In fact, that was El Fauzi. Long ball there. Too long though for Boyd, who dropped deep for a slightly shorter forward ball. This is better from Aachen in the last few minutes. Bit of extra pace on the passing. Not quite coming together in the final third though. Mannheim have had the better chances so far, such as they are. And that driven straight out of play by Bartels under pressure. Behind the back house there, the Aachen manager looking patient, the 42-year-old. Well, just a little bit of evidence there that perhaps the pitch slightly slippery. That'll be a worry for any players not happy with their chosen boots for the game. Crossfield ball looking for space, finding space but not a teammate. About 23,000 or so home fans expected for this one. That's not bad in the third tier, especially for a side who's only just come up from the fourth as well. There's a team with a certain amount of history, Alemannia Aachen. Three seasons in the Bundesliga back in the 60s. 3 visits to the final of the DFB Pokal over the years, back in 53, 65 and 2004. Yarborough forced into a slightly sketchy defensive header. The ball prodded forward, to Aachen defenders rather covering each other, as Boyd now bustles for space on this right-hand side and wins a corner for Mannheim. Made a very decent impact after arriving in January earlier this year, did Terence Boyd. 7 goals and 18 starts after his arrival in that second half of the season, helping lift Mannheim out of the relegation places. They only finished 16th though at the end of last season. Now Kobylanski with the corner, headed away on the near post, and all while Sackelman was coming in for the volley, taken off his foot by a teammate with the header. Bartels almost on the halfway line. A nice ball out to this near side for Shipnowski. Kobylanski. That's better. Plunter coming forwards. One of a number of players on this Mannheim side with experience higher up the German football pyramid. Good intervention from Yarborough. Former US international, Lamar Yarborough. Kobylanski puts the ball into the back post, looking for Boyd. Well punched away by Berdner. Yes, had to be a foul there. Anton Heinz not really looking at the ball, looking at the man, backing into him. That's going to be a foul all day long, or rather all evening long. Lots of sideways passing, not much penetration though from Mannheim at the moment. Oh dear, and a defensive error there. Very lucky to get away with that with Sanraths, and he's put his team under pressure. They get away with it though. Yarborough bringing the ball out of defence. Yarborough with a long ball looking for the run of Skepanik, but too much on it. Easily taken by the goalkeeper, and he quickly spreads that ball over to the left now. Sechelman feeds the ball forward, but Shipnowski caught on the back foot and immediately coming forward, and his bench shot through on goal. Sure, he has to have a go here. It's a very sharp stop from Bartels. Oh, the touch just taking Benchop a little bit wide here. That touch there. Slightly lighter first touch. He might have had a slightly better angle here. The Curacao international, rather former Curacao international, actually born in the Dutch Antilles, Charleston Benchop. Now then, corner for Aachen. Goes into the near post, missed by Yarborough. Sort of scuffed back in there. Then comes the volley, and it's well wide. Not an easy skill on the turn. Not too far wide from the centre-back. There's the original scuffed shot, bouncing around. Midway through the first half, it's goalless here at the New Tivoli. There have been chances. Ooh, and that was a risky clearance. Very lucky to see that go all the way through to Hanraths. And somehow coming away with the ball there. It was Nils Finter over on that far side for the team in yellow. Well, no sign as yet of the goal glut that hit the Drita Liga last night. 25 goals in 5 matches, that's 5 per match. In the 5 games played on Tuesday evening. The long throw comes in. Only finds a white shirt though. Nice turn on the edge of the area. Good run in. Shot across goal, rather scuffed. That's going to be picked up though by an Aachen teammate. Can't quite keep the ball in play. Well, it looked like there was a blatant dive in there. I think it was El Fauzi in the build-up to that chance. There he goes down. Yarbrough. El Fauzi tries the flick, doesn't quite come off, and gives away the free kick. Kobylanski bearing the brunt of that one. His initial flick not quite coming off, and then slightly late with the attempt to win the ball back. Ball scraped over the top of the game, a little bit shapeless really at the moment. These two teams looking like what they are, two teams in the bottom half of the Drita Liga table, struggling for form in this early part of the season. Mannheim actually, the first 5-10 minutes, Mannheim were looking very good indeed, but they seem to have lost that poise, maybe a couple of adjustments made by Aachen. The city of Aachen, which is right on the southern extremity of the German-Dutch border. Actually quite well known for its heavy metal scene. You could do with a bit of that heavy metal coming into the football tonight. At the moment it's more sort of R&B pop, shall we say. Not a lot happening out there at the moment. Well, there is Bernhard Trares, the new Waldhof Mannheim coach. Took over from the sacked Marco Antwerpen after match day 5. Won his opening game in charge at home to also struggling Osnabrück at the weekend. Oh, ball given away high up the pitch here. An opportunity knocks for Aachen. The shot comes in and it's just wide of the upright. Lucas Stepanek not quite able to find the target. Pouncing on a loose pass. Just couldn't quite get any curl on that one, which would have been required. Well, Waldhof Mannheim were winless in those opening 5 games before the sacking of Antwerpen. 3 defeats, 2 draws. They had scored in all but one of those games, though. And now an opportunity for Aachen. El Fauzi. Stepanek tries to drive the ball in. Just trying to figure out what's happened to Richarlison Benchuk here. There he is. Off our screen. Just took a little bit of a knock there. And has immediately limped off to the side of the pitch. It's Benchuk. The referee advising Benchuk to just roll off the pitch. He's already right next to the sideline. No reason for the game not to be able to go on. There didn't seem to be much, if any, contact, must say. Just wondered maybe if he just lost his footing slightly, strained something in and around that ankle. Most obvious replacement if Benchuk can't play on. He has just come back onto the pitch, bottom left of the screen there. Oh, that's a nasty challenge in from behind from Thalhammer. Oh, sliding through like that from behind, that's a yellow all day long, isn't it? Nowhere near the ball. Going straight through Stepanek. Thalhammer had been a substitute the last 2 games, back in for his 5th start of the season. Scored the equaliser off the bench last week against Osnabrück to make it 3-2 in the 82nd minute. Cheer from the home fans. The ball was won in a tricky spot by a yellow shirt. Benchuk, though, couldn't quite find the run of Stepanek. It's back to the team in white once more. Certainly the poise that Mannheim started the game with seems to have evaporated in the last 20 minutes or so. It's all been a bit shapeless. Occasional opportunities popping up, but feels like it's a game where someone's going to have to make a mistake to get the goal. We've seen that nearly happen a couple of times already. Mannheim attempt to play the ball out from the back. Nice turn under pressure there from Lekemper. There he is again. Almost turning into trouble. Couldn't quite thread the pass through. Terence Boyd goes down asking for a free kick. Challenge from behind, referee takes look, decides to play on. Well, not a a lot going on here, and just as Boyd gets up, they finally put the ball out of play, but that was either put the ball out of play to start with or just get on with the game. Looked like Aachen didn't quite know if they were supposed to carry on playing or put the ball out. Remember, the referee only really needs to stop play if he believes there's some sort of head injury, and that certainly wasn't that. And as you can see, Boyd already back on his feet and able to walk and run. Well, that's slick play from Aachen. Opportunity knocks here. Well, there's a bundle on the edge of the area. No foul, says the referee. Head in the hands. I think from Anton Heinz. Good run. Take the ball. It doesn't look like the defender gets the ball before getting Heinz here. Just bundles in. Bodily gets sandwiched. I mean, certainly none of the defenders got the ball before the player hit the ground. You wonder if there was a bit of VAR available, if they might be having a look at that one. Ooh, nice little nutmeg there from Seckelman. Headway being made down the wing by Reichmann. Well, the substitutes being sent off to warm up. I just wonder if Heiner Backhaus is thinking about some half-time changes here. Maybe even beforehand. Looks like the captain, Mika Hanras, has taken a bit of a knock. He's going to go off for treatment. Aachen down to 10 for the moment. And just had Benschop as well, having to leave the pitch for treatment just a few moments ago. Now then. It looks like there's something on the right ankle. A bit of the magic spray going in there. Ball picked up here, and the shot deflected from Skepanik, who certainly seems to have a starting position over on the left, but certainly has license to drift inside, get more involved in the game. And there's a late challenge in there, and the ball is cleared from right back. Ball over the top, but about 40 yards too much on that one. And certainly after a quiet start, the home fans definitely getting into this one. Backhaus there just wants the team to be a bit more connected to each other, a bit tighter. Not so stretched out. Bergner goes long with the goal kick. Half flicked on by Heinz. Ooh, nice little flick again from Heinz as well. El Fauzi Back to Heinz again. Oh, it slick into play from Aachen. Now looking up, tried to... Well, maybe took the wrong option. The ball did get to Al-Fawzi. Now flicked in, and then the keeper just getting there ahead of Pitaro. And the offside flag had gone up anyway. I wonder which part of the move that came from, actually. Didn't seem to be an obvious offside. Boyd goes down on halfway, asking for a foul. Yarbrough. A man pinged for that one. Yarbrough. Oh, I've got to say it, that did not look like a foul. That was just a shoulder-to-shoulder bump. One man goes down. Wins the free kick. Wide open space for Seckelman to bring the ball into. Continues his run as well, but doesn't quite combine with Shipnowski. Normally likes to play on the right-hand side with Shipnowski, but he's been put over onto the left in this formation from Traorés. Boyd wins the throw-in over on that far side. Seckelman comes up to take the throw. Wheel way through midfield for Mannheim since the opening 5-10 minutes or so. That ball over the top, just slightly too wide for Shipnowski to keep in play. We hit the 40th minute, still goalless in Aachen. Not sure why the goalkeeper would retreat 20 yards like that with the ball and then kick it forwards. Bit of an odd one. I don't think I've actually seen that before from a goalkeeper. Now Seckelman. That was back to Matriciani. Now Seckelman. I think Seeger looked like he wanted to replace the ball, I think. Looks like the ball has lost a little bit of bounce. Seeger being as clear as he could to the referee. Fawzi intercepts in midfield. Stepanek had just chopped short his run when he needed to carry on to pick up that ball from the number 18. Strujic doing his best to dry the ball here for the long throw. Drives it into the front post, but that was easily defended. Plenty of yellow shirts up there, though. Still, but again, the ball into the area, nowhere near one of the teammates. Benchop, though, does well to keep it. The defence honest, and the snapshot well taken by Bartels. Well, no foul originally, but definitely a foul. So, as Reichmann tried to make hay down that left-hand side. A slightly loose pass, but no damage done there. Pull back with Matriciani. The number 20 goes long. Boyd peels off his man, but that's well defended all the way back into the hands of Berdner. Wry smile from Terence Boyd. Oh, and Boyd now in on goal here. Opportunity knocks, and he's blasted into the side netting. The ball given away by Aachen, deep in their own territory, and Boyd nearly the man to take advantage. Yarbrough unable to find El Fauzi. Boyd going for the near post, but good goalkeeping from Berdner, cutting down the angle quickly. Benchop. That's nicely held up, and that's bringing lots of other yellow shirts into the game here. Well, the throw goes Aachen's way. Bit of a waste, really. Nils Winter couldn't get the ball into the area. There were, what, 5, 6 yellow shirts streaming forwards, calling for it. And all they're going to get is a long throw instead. Yarbrough, the target man, it looks like. It's been allowed to bounce. Still not cleared by the Mannheim defence. Then the volley comes in, and that's tipped over athletically. Lovely technique from Skepanik. Puff of the cheeks. Did the keeper get a touch on this, I wonder? Hesitant defending in the first place. Ball looping out. Oh. Wicked dip on that as well. Keeper maybe had it covered. El Fauzi and Hines standing over this one. Hines peels away. El Fauzi goes for the back post. Headed up by Settelman, headed back into the danger area. Still not really cleared, but maybe a chance on the counter-attack. The ball tipped away. Plenty of yellow shirts still forwards. El Fauzi just keeps the ball away from Boyd, then whips the ball into Benchop, and the shot comes in, and it's just whistled past the upright from Anton Hines. He's been bright in this first half as Hines. All 57 varieties of him. Well, after producing very little in the first half, Aachen bursting into life there in stoppage time with a couple of great opportunities. And that indeed is the final flourish for the first half here then at the new Tivoli. Waldhof Mannheim starting off like a train in the opening 5-10 minutes, creating a couple of great opportunities, not taking advantage, then rather losing their way. Aachen working their way into the game slowly and really bursting into the life in those last 5 minutes or so of the first half. Their best effort, and Anton Hines a looping volley that came off the crossbar. As it is, though, Hard to separate the sides, and at half-time at the new Tivoli, it's Alemannia Aachen 0, Waldhof Mannheim 0. welcome back then to the new Tivoli here in Aachen as Alemannia Aachen take on Waldhof Mannheim on match day 7 here in this English Fokker, this English week. And it's 0-0 at half-time after a rather shapeless first half. Aachen did spark into life, nearly taking the lead in the dying seconds of that first half. And Heiner Backhaus will be hoping for better in the second period. No changes made by either side as far as we're aware, as Mannheim immediately go on the attack here. As Baxter Hahn puts that cross just in behind Terence Boyd though. Now the ball brought out well from midfield. Benschop taking a tug on the shirt there as he tried to hold that ball up. Heinz trots across to take the free kick. Does pretty much everything, I think. Anton Heinz, 3 goals and assists so far this season. And he's looked like Aachen's best player in that first half. Oh, pretty much everyone forward here for the Potato Beetles. Ball driven in. Slightly soft defensive header out, and the keeper does well. Ball at his feet. Safe clearance down the line from Bartels. Another long ball forward looking for Benschop. Offside flag goes up against the veteran striker, 35 years of age now. Benschop has played a number of places over the years. Played in the Netherlands, France, Germany, Cyprus. Was down in the 4th tier last season with Wuppertal, 13 goals and 9 assists. Came here in the summer, sent off in his second game. Needs game time, does Benschop. Certainly brings experience to this side. Mannheim, well, so they had a bright start, a couple of half chances early doors, but since then produced very little. A lot of that sideways backwards passing, no real way through midfield for the visitors. That's a nice flick on, slightly misjudged though. That's unfortunate for Lerkemper. Looked like he was through on goal there if he just judged the bounce right. Lovely flick on from Boyd here. Just ball gets big on him. Well, he's not the tallest guy, but the ball literally bounced over his head. Now Heinz, this is not a good sign for Aachen. Definitely not a good sign, just grabbing the back of that right thigh. What you don't want to do is ping a hamstring. You can be out for months. Heinz has been with Aachen since his 2023 move from Rot-Weiss Oberhausen. 20 goals and 11 assists last season. Down in the 4th tier. Getting some running repairs there on the sideline. Looks like he's going to be allowed back on. I wonder how long he'll last though. If he's just felt something in that hamstring, mate. Well, hopefully it's just a case of not maybe quite warming up enough at half time. And it's not warm. Muscles do tighten. A number of clubs you'll see will put out various cones on the pitch at half time for the players coming back out for the second half to warm up correctly. Aachen on the attack here. Just a slightly loose touch from Winter. probe again down this right-hand side. This time going more central with the pass, picked up by Hahn. And now space to attack into on that right-hand side. Klunter pops the ball back to Matriciani. Sounds like he should be Italian with a name like that, doesn't it? Henning Matriciani. Good move from Chipnowski, gets past one, hacked down though by Baxter Barn, and a yellow card goes his way. Fourth yellow card of the season already for Baxter Barn. This is only match day 7. Tried pointing at the ball, he was nowhere near it. I know the graphic calls him Bentley Baxter Barn, but he was given Bentley and Baxter both as first names. He prefers to be known as Baxter, though. Obviously not a fan of high-end luxury British cars. Well, Heinz has gone down again. Surely that's his race run for the day. Don't want to risk doing more damage to that hamstring. Looks like Gianluca Gaudino is going to come on in his place. Former youth international while he was at Bayern Munich. He's played in Switzerland, played for Sandhausen as well, here from Stripfing in Austria this summer, mostly injured last season. And he's on for his debut. The 27-year-old. Straight away, some defending to be done here. Everyone behind the ball for Aachen. Marking those 6 white shirts in and around the D on the edge of the area. Ball goes to the back post, misses everyone. An Aachen player goes down in the melee. That's the captain, Hanraths. Giving a bit of lip as well while he's there. I wonder if that is a hamstring. There'd normally be about a ton of ice on the back of that thigh. Or he'd be back in the changing room getting some treatment, but maybe it's just a tweak. Maybe it's something a little bit lower down, looking at that big yellow strap round the very bottom of the thigh. Boyd turns into traffic. Gaudino with his first touch in Aachen yellow, and his first foul one as well. That will have just taken a little bit of the wind out of Aachen's sails. Certainly Heinz was their most creative player in that first half. Which is interesting to see just how Gaudino fits into this side. Heinz had pretty much a roving brief in that first half. Perhaps in some parts trying to make up for the lack of production on the near side here. Leandro Pitaro, who came into the side for the suspended Gianluca Rumpf. Pitaro in for his second start. He's had no impact at all on the game so far. The number 14, bottom of your screen now. Well, Mannheim trying to neatly play their way out of their own half here. A little shove in the back, and from Yarborough, that's always going to be a foul. No attempt to play the ball at all there. The rain continuing to fall here on the German-Dutch border. It's generally true that the further west in Germany you go, the more rain you get. See also the north coast of places like Hamburg. Again, Mannheim seeing plenty of the ball at the moment. Oh, that was nearly a brilliant pass. Instead, though, Gaudino with a really important interception. Barn didn't get the free kick he was hoping for. Needed to be stronger on the ball there, the number 9. Ball eventually clipped in towards the area. Oh, that's a late one coming in from Seckelmann. Could be in trouble here, Seckelmann. Already on a yellow card, the number 4. Staying on the ground. I mean, he's absolutely nowhere near it. So late, he jumped into his man as well. Hanras, I think, just quite within his rights to have a word. And I think Tim Seckelmann knows he must be on his last chance after that one. It was a poor challenge. Flicked on by Benschop, couldn't quite find the run from El Fauzi. Wonder if El Fauzi will be pushed a bit further forwards now, more into the Heinz role, with Gaudino sitting a little bit deeper as there's some action on the Mannheim bench. Oh, I don't want to be going topless in this weather. Flicked on by Boyd. Yarborough has to turn under pressure. Makes himself a yard, clips the ball down the line. Nearly picking out a teammate. El Fauzi gets a foot on it, but can't take the ball away from Matriciani. Here's Matriciani again. Siegert. Shipnowski was muscled off the ball, but it comes back to Mannheim again in midfield. Oh, and the little flick doesn't quite come off. Looking for the run of Lerkemper. The ball is hacked clear by Aachen. They really seem to have lost their way since losing Heinz to injury right at the start of this second half. Seckelmann there, definitely lucky to still be on the pitch. You can't blame the conditions either for that last foul either. He was just late. Vitaro wins the ball in the air now. Benschop feeds the ball out to Gaudino. Gaudino cuts inside, tries to make room for the shot, goes for the pass instead. El Fauzi couldn't keep his feet, but they will win a corner here, I think, Aachen. Good play from Gaudino. Didn't really have room for the shot. Did well to thread the ball through to El Fauzi. Gaudino taking Heinz's place in charge of set pieces. Still waiting for those Mannheim subs as well. Ball whipped into the near post. Yarborough beaten to it by the goalkeeper. It's going to be coming straight back in now, though. Whipped in again, flicked away at the near post, helped on by Kobylanski. And El Fauzi Gets a foot on it for Aachen. It goes all the way back to Berdner. Terence Boyd told to calm down by the referee. Some jeering from the fans, and here come the changes. Seckelman, no surprise there, being taken off. Sascha Volker, the man he replaced in the starting lineup. Taking his place. He sitted the opener last week against Osnabrück to give them the early lead. Moved from Essen in the off-season as Aachen go on the attack again, win another corner. No surprise really to see Seckelman withdrawn like that. Very lucky not to be given a second yellow. You have a feeling that if he hadn't already been on a yellow card, that jumping challenge would have been a yellow card. Corner comes in, missed by everyone. Very lucky there for Mannheim, but they got a chance on the counter-attack here. Have the team in white. Lots of players making room up here on the left-hand side. Lovely crossfield ball for Sascha Volker. Shoulder to shoulder, I think, with El Fauzi. I mean, that's what the referee thought. Picked up by Kobylanski on the counter-attack here. Made a darting run, looked up, picked the ball. Shoulder to shoulder. Volker's got to be stronger there. Just felt the contact, threw himself to the floor. Mannheim's bright start to the second half just seems to have dissipated in the last few minutes. Pitaro clips a nice ball out to that left-hand side. Now the ball whipped in, looking for Benschut. Intercepted at the near post. The danger not gone yet. Thinking about the shot from distance here, but Gadino rather telegraphing that one. And he's left Reichmann on the floor as well. Free kick taken quickly. Looking for room. The cross is deflected and that'll go out for an Aachen throw. Plenty of encouragement from the fans in the stands. Not easy to get the long throw away though with this wet ball. Yarbrough at the near post there, trying to use his strength to bring that ball down. Instead, it's hacked clear, nowhere near Terence Boyd. Shot beaten in the air by Siegert. Pitaro wins the ball fairly from Shipnowski, says the referee. Now there's going to be some card action here. Terence Boyd got a warning a few minutes ago from the referee. Well, there's off the ball and there's off the ball. That was so late, it was nearly next week. Well, Bernard Traorés not looking particularly happy with that one. I don't think he could really complain. Flicked on by Benshot. Hasn't really been able to connect with the likes of Pitaro and now Gaudino so far in this match. That's a nice ball in though from Boyd, and there's all sorts of space opening up on the right hand side here for Mannheim. Ball clipped him, and that's a poor one. Looking for the run of Lekemper. It's a bit too much on it. An opportunity goes begging there for Mannheim. 20 minutes into this second half, and it's hard to think of a real chance so far. So conditions not helping, and the rain still driving down the pitch, though holding up particularly well. That's a nice little clip for the run of El Fawzi. Good run from the number 18. Wins himself a corner. No, he doesn't. In fact, offside flag going up. Well, the rain, if anything, getting heavier out there. Heine Backhaus doesn't need a waterproof or a hat. I hope he's wearing a vest under there. Boyd trying to win the ball. Up top, El Fawzi couldn't quite bring that one under control either. Boyd driving in, winning the throw as well. The American number 13. Moved to Mannheim from their greatest arch rivals, Kaiserslautern. Back in January to Terence Boyd. Very much wanted to remain in the area. Nice 1-2 over on the right-hand side. This is better from Mannheim. Extra pace, out wide, and then that's a poor ball. Far too easy to intercept. Now Yarbrough can bring the ball forwards for Aachen. Doesn't like running forwards, does he? Terence Boyd. Lamar Yarbrough. And Kobylanski has worn that attempted pass, I think, in the face. Well, the rain continuing to deluge. And the 1-2 not quite working out with Strijic. Must say, if we had this weather at Saarbrücken last season, this game would already have been called off, I think. The problems they had with their drainage last term. Shipnowski tries to get in behind here. He does well to use his strength to get on the end of the ball, and eventually the ball deflects through to the goalkeeper. First time Shipnowski's really managed to get in behind. Using his pace to get beyond Winter. Flicked on by Benshot. Well, Fawzi definitely does appear to have a slightly more attacking brief now. Ooh, and the ball nearly given away, and then just a little bit too keen trying to win the ball. Well, Szczepanik not happy. It's a slight brush on the back of the Achilles by the looks of it. Head in the hands from the coach. He can't believe that was given as a foul. Ball driven forward looking for Boyd. That's going to skip all the way through to the goalkeeper. Well, that's better. A little bit of space opens up, then the long ball forward, but it's got too much air on it, and that's far too easy for the goalkeeper to take. A wry smile from Ben Shop as he's Bartels totally clocks him, just hovering behind. Well, that's nice play over on that left side from Szczepanik. He'll get the foul and there'll be another yellow card handed out here. This time to Lucas Klunter. Allows Szczepanik to get the wrong side and just dragged him back. Arm over the shoulder, taking one for the team there, Klunter. Played at the very highest level for Cologne in the past. Plenty of experience there. Now that looks like Shipnowski about to be withdrawn. Samuel Abafade comes on, very much a like-for-like substitution. Looked like there was another change about to happen as well. There we go. Kobylanski off. Finally, free kick taken. Good delivery as well, missed by everyone. Uncertain, under the high ball, not for the first time, Mannheim. Enrico Benatelli, the man who's replaced Kobylanski, quite as an attacking player, just looking for balance, I think. Traoré, the coach. That's nicely played. Good ball whipped in as well, just behind Ben Shop, and there'll be another corner for Aachen. Again, El Fauzi, the man at the centre of it all for Aachen in this second half, with the withdrawal of Anton Heinz earlier in the half due to what looked like a hamstring injury of some sort. Pitaro now in charge of the corners. This will be an in-swinger. Just 5 people to aim at, though. Goes for the back post, and goal kick given. Bartels slips over as he takes that one. Missed in the air. Boyd has the ball taken off of him. Abafade dispossessed on this near side. Ball eventually goes out for an Aachen throw. Taken quickly for Benchop, takes the ball down nicely, but then the pass from Pitaro goes to nobody in particular. Ooh, now Yarbrough could be in trouble. Just got caught the wrong side here, Yarbrough. Difficult to say from that angle what sort of contact there may or may not have been. Just a second yellow of the season for Lamar Yarbrough. Benatelli, the substitute, going to take this free kick. 7 white shirts lined up along the edge of the penalty area. Ball drifted in, flicked on by Siegert, straight into the hands of Bergner. Eventually goes with the throw. Well, that was a nice play. Good feet. Baxter Barn at the centre of it all now. Things opening up for Aachen. Housie finds Barn. And it's come down for Pitaro, and it just took a little bit too long with the shot. The defence was able to set themselves. Saved the goalkeeper the hassle as Boyd battles away with Yarbrough, and it's Yarbrough that wins the throw. Lovely interplay between El Fauzi and Barn on the left-hand side, and it was Barn who made the run into the area, tried to get the cross in, then to Pitaro. Well, it was on target. So Sasa Strijic gets a rest, and Felix Meyer, career left back, comes on in his place. Here from Berliner Dynamo in the summer. Started the first 4 games of the season as a centre-back, did Meyer, but since then he's been coming on the left-hand side the last 3 games in a row now. Does have an assist to his name. 22-year-old. I'm sure his coach would love to see another one here. We've got just, 12 minutes left plus stoppages and a rain-sodden New Tivoli. Farley just given a little bump in the air by Winter, but ball was going well out of play anyway. Now, have either of these teams got a little something up their sleeves for the last 12 minutes? That was a fairly aimless ball up top. El Fauzi with the wheels up there. Benatelli. Pitaro just about getting the defensive job done there against Sasha Volker. Nice interplay. Abifade on the left-hand side, couldn't find room for the cross, but did manage to get the ball off Hanraths for the corner. Neither team really able to control the game, or control the weather for that matter. Benatelli goes across to take this one. Looking all of his 32 years in this weather. Nice ball to the back post, half defended. Room for the shot here maybe. Sacha Volker on the left foot has have a go and only just misses the run of Terence Boyd as well. Very dicey there for Aachen. Clipped down the line by Winter. Looks like they've gone to more of a back four now, Aachen. And started the game with a back three. Well, that ball a little bit deep, and well, was that saved on the far post? Did Benchop put that against the post himself? He's claiming there was a hand from the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper has clattered himself into the upright. There's Jan Christoph Bartels. Love to see a replay. Here we go. The ball floated in to the back post. And I think the officials have got that one spot on. The ball into the wrong side of the upright. And the keeper hitting the other side of that upright. Quite hard as well. Like he's clattered his knee. Well, there'll be a little bit of a stoppage in play here. Can't really ask a goalkeeper or ask a team to play on with the goalkeeper on the sidelines. Well, I guess we'll see quite quickly here if Bartels is going to be okay to carry on. He's certainly making his application for an Academy Award here. All the grimaces and now a ball over the top. Yarbrough back defending. Reichmann it was who made the break into the box. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Lerkemper. Ball fed into the area again. The keeper came a long way, obviously didn't shout. And the defender taking the ball off his hands. Pitaro helps the ball out. El Fauzi tries to dance past one, doesn't manage to do so though. Does his best to win the ball back from Abifade, who then sweet turn from the number 17, and Mannheim again with the ball here. No width out to the left though. Benatelli forced to turn back. Now it's with Reichmann again. Abifade. Reichmann just about brings that ball under control. Back with Abifade again. This is definitely better from Mannheim. Keeping the ball this high up the pitch, never easy. Winter with the interception. Boyd battling for the ball in the air. Ball does eventually go to Mannheim though. Aachen just being pushed back here in the last few minutes or so as Volker tries to whip a cross in and instead wins the corner. And everyone back for Aachen. 5 minutes plus stoppages to go here at the new Tivoli. Whipped into the melee. Volker got a touch on it. It's back out to space on this near side. Benatelli takes his time, eventually picks out the run of Volker. And that's a really good captain's challenge from Mika Hanrafs. Well, Fauzi couldn't quite find the runner. Well, a lot of rather bedraggled fans braving some of those seats further forward, not under the roofs. Benchop, I think, took maybe a clatter to the head there as he tried to win that ball in the air. The referee just signifying that there was a tap to the head. Benchop going down now. Then change there. Pitaro eventually withdrawn. Ulrich Bappo coming on in his place here from Osnabrück in 2023. Lots of injuries last season, just the 14 starts and 1 goal in the 4th tier. Comes on for his 3rd substitute appearance of the season. Slightly risky at the back there from Mannheim. They get away with it though. Now maybe a chance for Volker to bring the ball forwards. Gives the ball to Abifade. He runs into space. Volker continues his run down that left-hand side. Abifade though rather procrastinating on the ball. Still goalless here in Aachen. Volker, Abifade. Those two substitutes have actually combined well since coming on. Oh, trying to take the throw quickly, but from quite a way forwards from where the ball went out of play. Shrug of the shoulders from Julian Reichmann. Volker almost playing his team into trouble there. The keeper does very well. Bartels off his line quickly and with a presence of mind to release the ball as he was about to slide out of his penalty area. Volker with a slightly hesitant header. Now then, well, Fauzi couldn't quite dance through. We're going to have the long throw coming in here from Winter. Not sure he's going to get all the way to Yarborough though from there. Well, not really dealt with by Mannheim again with the aerial ball. They have been susceptible to that in this game a few times. Ball's been whipped into the area, not really dealt with by the centre-backs. So into time added on at the end of this second half. Still both teams looking for a winner here in the reign of Aachen. Flicked on at the near post. 3 minutes of added time, by the way, for one of these two teams to find a winner. Now, Abefade on the counter-attack. Plenty of support steaming up on his left-hand side as well. Abefade tried to find Barn. And then the foul goes against Mannheim. Lerkemper played through. Berdner coming off his line. Nice flick on from Yarbrough. The little touch there. Set away. Abefade had lots of options left and centre. Went for Lerkemper. Keeper did well to get there first. Just got a little bit clattered as well by Lerkemper. May have been better spreading the ball to his left. I think that's Lerkemper has stayed down. Well, there's the magic ice pack on the shin. Not much in the way of shin pads, and we're looking for a substitution here in second half injury time. Some of the fans starting to make their way to the exits. Are you not entertained? Lerkemper. Now he's taken a clatter on the left shin. I'm surprised he hasn't been told to go off just behind the goal there rather than limping across at least half of the pitch. A few flares going off in the crowd to celebrate this glorious 0-0 draw. Well, there'll be at least an extra minute added to those three. Probably more, I think, by the time Lerkemper comes off and his replacement comes on. Hasn't looked like the player who scored 3 goals this season, Felix Lerkemper. And on in his place is Adrian Fein, another former youth international while at Bayern Munich. His first substitute appearance since 3 starts earlier this season for the 25-year-old. Well, I suspect we'll be going through to 5 minutes, a good 2 minutes lost to that injury timeout. Ball hooked over the top and allowed to bounce rather worryingly by the Mannheim defence, and they're under pressure now. El Fauzi whips one into the back post, headed back across goal. Gaudino gets on the end of it. Brilliant tackle on the edge of the D from Benatelli. Barn. Gaudino. Well, that's nicely played again, hooked in, and then the keeper takes the ball on the bounce. A bit of pressure there from Aachen. It's been mostly Mannheim the last 15 minutes or so. Flicked on by Boyd. Last chance perhaps here for Mannheim. Hein, the substitute, gives the ball away. Crossfield ball looking for space in behind Seeger. Benchup though, nowhere near that, and the referee decides it's time to go inside and towel himself down after a wretchedly wet evening here at the new Tivoli. Mannheim starting brightly the first 10 minutes, but rather petering out after that. Alemannia Aachen unable really to take advantage of a misfiring Mannheim side. And in truth, well, this game looked like what it was, a game between two teams at the wrong end of the table. Neither side really able to raise themselves above the testing conditions here in the driving rain on the Dutch-German border. Chances few and far between, especially in that second half. And despite the best efforts of both sides, it finishes 0-0 here between Alemannia Aachen and Waldhof Mannheim. Enough to move Mannheim out of the bottom four as things stand. Aachen up into a mid-table on 8 points. But really, neither side the winner here. And this English Fokker, this English week of football, well, has the weather to match as well in the pouring rain. And it finished goalless here at the new Tivoli between Alemannia Aachen and Waldhof Mannheim.